Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome back to Post Credit Chat. My name is Mark, and this is Sam. Today, we've got two very exciting topics for you guys. First one being, we have season 5 of Stranger Things releasing tomorrow. Sam, it has been just a large countdown. Like, this has been a big, huge part of our channel, I should say. So the fact that we are finally getting to start season 5 tomorrow, I couldn't be more excited for that. We also have a potential buyout taking place with Warner Brothers Discovery, and we have more news for that for you on that. But before we jump into all that, just remember you can find us on all of our socials at the handle of Post Credit Chat. You can find us on X, Blue Sky, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Also, just a little bit of housekeeping for you guys. We have finally uploaded all of our D&D campaigns going through the Welcome to the Hellfire Club from Stranger Things. So you could go to our YouTube channel right now and you will find all of those videos right there. Chapters 1, 2, 3, and 4, all with 3 sessions each. So you have quite a bit of content to go through, which is great for you to go watch if you would like and see how just great we are at Dungeons and Dragons. But it's Stranger Things related, so we hope that you enjoy it and find it to be fun. But yeah, Sam, let's jump into it because, how we opened up, we've got season 5 getting ready to premiere. This is big. This is something that we have been looking forward to for quite some time. I just want to know, before we kind of jump into all of it from you, though, I know your thoughts. I know you're excited, but just kind of talk to me, nerd out with me for a minute. Where are you at with it all?
Dude, I'm so excited. It's kind of surreal, that we're there basically. And this is something that they released the first teaser back in June or July, and it's that'll come eventually. And dude, we're here. So I'm excited, man.
That is pretty crazy. I remember seeing it at the Netflix to Dumb thing that they did.
Yes.
The I don't know, it's like their the E3 conference, but for Netflix in a sense, right? And so that was really cool that they did that. But anyways, I remember seeing it there and just going to take the dogs outside after it was over, and I was like, I couldn't stop thinking about the trailer.
Man, seriously. It was so little and so much at the same time.
Right. Well, it set it up so perfectly.
Yes.
So since that trailer, I can't remember when that the event took place where they released that trailer, the Netflix to Dumb event. Since then, we have done our D&D campaign, which is exciting. We have uploaded all 4 chapters, all 3 sessions for each chapter. We have also reviewed and watched the entirety of Stranger Things seasons 1 through 4. So we have on our TikTok and our Instagrams, our character rankings. I feel like to a point, our channel has been very Stranger Things heavy centric. And
Yes.
for those of you who are watching and love that, I'm happy you've got all this content to go through. But those of you who are enough with the Stranger Things, it's coming to an end, I promise. But stick with us because it's just a part of our lives. We love this show and a lot of exciting things. But Sam, what I do want to go through is this. Stranger Things season 5, with it releasing tomorrow, I wanted to ask you a few questions and kind of just have a back and forth conversation because there's a lot for us to look forward to. But let's make our final predictions. Let's talk about, some, we guessed the people who would be unalived, in a previous video that we did the percentages with each of those. Here's what I want to ask. Let's start off with this. How does Hawkins, you think, versus the Upside Down story come to an end? How do they actually wrap this up? What is your guess for this?
Dude, that's a great question. I've been thinking about this a lot. To be honest with you, I don't know if I see necessarily a good ending for this. I'm interested to see if they can make it happen, because I think the best they can do is close off the gates, right? I don't know if you can just say, oh, no more Upside Down, it's gone, bye. So I'm interested to see what they do with that. There's always been a part of me too. They have these massive parallels to Cold War and talking about that kind of stuff. Part of me wonders if Hawkins is showing a future where there was nuclear warfare or something like that. I don't know, man, because it's a pretty hot topic at the time. Maybe they do something crazy like that. It's up in the air. The Duffer Brothers can kind of do whatever they want, and I feel like they'll do it well.
They have touched on more of those historical topics,
They have, yeah,
throughout the seasons, which makes it fun for different audiences. I do appreciate them doing that. Do you think that we see more elements of that in season 5?
I gotta think that we do. Well, and part of me wonders, could be off on this, but this season's supposed to take place in 89, right? And I'm pretty sure that like the Chernobyl disaster happened in 89, and that was, I think, part of Russia at the time.
Oh,
So I'm interested to see if they do something with that. Like that should be a hot topic for them at this time.
I wonder if that is like meaning. Sorry, not that if it is. Like, I'm wondering if that's like actually a time that or an event that they would cover at some point in the show.
Yeah, I mean,
That
I
would be
feel
really
like
interesting.
they could do something with it, or I feel like if anything, they should mention it in passing at least, because like that was a really big deal.
This says it's set in 1987,
Oh, way off.
fall of 1987, about 18 months after the events of season 4.
Mm,
But still, I mean,
yeah,
that's an event that's not in the far too distant future, right? So, I mean, this is when it starts in 1987, but maybe they do jump to 1989 at some point.
yeah. So actually, I was wrong. Chernobyl was 86.
Well, then, yeah, they
Still
might hit on
possible.
this. It is still possible. Okay. What about like, well, I guess let me tell you my thoughts on this.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if season 5, do we see Hawkins survive? Do we see Hawkins in the Upside Down become one? Do we see maybe Hawkins not exist anymore at the end of this? Right now, there are four huge gates that are open in Hawkins since the end of season 4. My wife and I were actually just watching the last episode again. It's so good.
It's so
But
good.
we see 4 large gates open. I wonder if, like, how does the town recover from this?
See,
Like, you
yeah.
don't just close gates. And I mean, 11 has done that, but like, to what degree is a gate too big? And do you still have to have scarring? Like, even when she closed a gate, like, there was still, the signs of a gate once being there. So I wonder, and something else we see in the trailers is it looks like they come to these walls in the Upside Down where the Upside Down ends.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if maybe those walls are the parameters of Hawkins. Maybe
Yeah.
we do see Hawkins destroyed at the end of this.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I really do think that they did a trailer. Maybe it was one of the first ones where flat out it says like Hawkins will fall. Dude, that could just be like a total, yeah, Hawkins is fried.
It could, yeah. Like, what if Hawkins did fall and the only way people were able to live in Hawkins is by going into the Upside Down, you know?
That would
I don't
suck.
It would suck. I don't know, but I mean, would it suck if they're victorious and they defeat all of the I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm just making this up, but like
Yeah,
there's so
no.
many like questions in the air that we want answered and it
I
makes it fun.
Yes, I agree. And like I think it's, yeah, like you said, it's fun to ask these questions, but it's also like I just don't really know what they're gonna do with this story. And I feel like
Mhm.
they've been like placing like these fake breadcrumbs to kind of get people off the trail. I think they cooked up something crazy and that they're not, obviously they're not letting us know too much about it. And they're throwing us off a little bit. I've
Correct.
seen some of the cast interviews and they're talking about like, oh, well, my character ended filming before the end of the show. And it's like, what are you doing with that? I know
Right.
that you're not allowed to say crap. So what's the point of that?
That is interesting discussion. Yeah, I would like to know a little bit more about that. Do we think 11 lives or do you
I
think she dies? We did talk about our percentages. I wonder if I have it pulled up real quick because I would like to
I don't
maybe.
remember what I said in that episode, but the more I think about it, the less I think she's gonna make it to the end of the season
Okay.
or series.
Okay, I have it right here. 11. I said there's a 30% chance she dies. You said there's a 50%.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I kind of talked
You
about this
changed?
during one of our D&D sessions, but I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if they went similar to like the Horcrux route, like the Harry Potter did with Voldemort.
Mhm.
Like, and 11 and anyone who has those powers has to go before this can all end. So we'll
So
see.
anyone with those powers.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Okay.
Well, I mean, we've talked about this. I'm speculating that Will is going to get powers. I think it'd be absolutely bonkers if he didn't.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like they've kind of set it up this whole time. So we'll see.
That that's fair. It could happen. I wonder if we see like 11 with a new power that we haven't seen yet. I think that's kind of what it's been hinted
So
at.
yeah, yeah. I've been thinking about that too. Because they gotta go big, you know? They can't just
Yep.
have this like they can't I obviously they can, but I don't want to see her like hold her hand out and yell again, you know? She's gotta have something cooler than that. She's done that for 4 seasons now.
Yes, I completely agree with you. We need to get past the amateur,
Yes.
like and she's a kid. She even in this, she's still a kid, so maybe we still get the very raw output of her powers, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I guess by now we kinda feel like maybe we'd be past the yelling, I guess.
Maybe.
Maybe past the nosebleeds, you know?
Percent. If she's still getting those nosebleeds, dude, come
We
on.
noticed Vecna hasn't gotten a nosebleed, but maybe Vecna is Vecna and
Hmm. I don't
he's
think
the exception.
yeah, this is true. It helps that he doesn't have a nose.
Who needs redemption, Sam? When we look at the cast, or not even necessarily cast, just the characters that the Duffer Brothers have given us in this awesome series, is there any character that you're like, hey, in season 5, I would like to see a redemption arc with this character?
I'm trying to think. You know, I don't think this character needs redemption necessarily. I don't think that they are like they've done something bad. They got to do something with Ted Wheeler, right?
Mm.
Like he's just done jack squat the entire series.
Yep.
Uh, I mean, they got to do something. They got to
Did
do
we
something.
give him a percentage? We did
I don't think
not.
we did.
No,
I'm
we
gonna
just
be
did the
honest.
main. We did the main.
If
I,
if we're
go
giving
ahead.
Ted Wheeler a percentage, I'm giving him 100.
Yeah, I'm giving him like 1,000%. Like, and I
Yes.
say that because I would be willing to bet like he's killed off pretty quickly, and maybe his
Yes.
death is kind of what get sorry, my dog was growling for a minute. I wonder if his death is kind of what sparks conversation amongst parents, like, okay, what is
Yeah.
going on, you know? And I don't know.
Because, yeah, these families, I mean, we didn't get to see the aftermath of Hawkins getting split open. That's
Mhm.
going to be so much for the parents of like our main characters. Like, they're going to be like, oh, so this is like what's been going on now, you know?
Yeah. Oh, that's the other thing is that conversation has to happen with the parents. Like,
Yes,
we can't have these clueless folks anymore. They've got to be included with
absolutely.
the kids now. And
And
yeah,
yeah, I mean, still on like Ted, I feel like I keep having these bold predictions and I'm going to get crap for them. I wouldn't be surprised to see him dead by the end of episode 1 to set stakes. If they're going to kill any character to show like we mean business this season,
yeah.
I think it's got to be him cuz
Okay, I agree with you. I do think like Ted is a character a lot of people could care less about and probably would like to see him killed off, right? But I do think someone like Ted, if he were killed off in the beginning, that probably would rattle me a little bit.
yes, 100%.
I truly think that. That'd be
Yeah.
pretty scary to see.
Yes, and also, like, we haven't seen much of him, but I do think that he's, like, a good family man. So I think if he goes down, he's gonna go down, like, for probably Karen or Holly.
Yep.
I don't know what Mike's up to, but
Yeah. That yes. I've got some thoughts on this, but I don't know if we have enough time to
okay,
jump into all
okay.
this, but maybe you and I just off the scenes. We behind the scenes we could talk a little bit more about this.
Yeah.
All the characters that we've had, who do you think deserves the best ending final scene, would you say?
Ooh.
And I guess what I mean by this is like you not necessarily that they have to last, live the longest in the show, but like who do you just think like should have the best final moments in the show? Whether you think they're gonna die or live, who deserves the best final moments?
100% I think it needs to be Joyce.
Mm,
Like, she deserves to have her character wrapped up well, you know? So I'm hoping we've talked about this. I don't need to say it again. I think it's gonna happen that she does die, but it's gonna be like something important, you know?
yeah,
Like something telling of her character and then wrapping her up.
that's interesting. I think you're right. In a way, you look at Joyce's like life just from season 1, right? Moving on, even prior to season 1, like we know she's divorced, right?
Hmm.
And that obviously creates roadblocks in your
Yeah.
life, hardships that you got to kind of overcome in time. But with that, and then just everything that's happened with Will and having to really lean into on Jonathan to kind of help with the family, even though he really doesn't, he's useless. He might die, and I'm okay with that. He could be killed off. But like Joyce, like dying might be like a pretty good option.
Yeah,
in a sense of like what that would mean for the show.
I agree with you. Not that I really want to see it because I do like her character, but I just when I think about the stakes that they're setting, and when I think about the direction that I see the story taking, not necessarily how it ends, but like the kind of overarching, like what's going to happen. I don't really see a way that Joyce makes it out of it.
I think you're right. But then what happens to Will and Jonathan, assuming they live?
So that's a good question
Because, like,
because
I think for her death to mean something, she needs to die knowing her kids. Like, she's not gonna just I don't think they're gonna randomly kill her off. Like, I seriously think Joyce is going to die because she sacrifices
I
herself.
agree 100%. I think if she's going to die in any way, I think it's going to be straight up like to Vecna. Like Vecna is going to be the one that does it.
Wait a minute. Sam, we haven't seen everything
I know.
in the trailers, but what if that scene where Vecna, like, has Will and is, like, pulling him closer and is like, "You're gonna help me one
Yep.
last time." What if Joyce is dead on the floor, like, right
That's
next to
exact
Will?
that is literally what I yes. I
Is that
think
what you're thinking?
that's when I was talking about her dying at the end of episode 4, I
Yeah.
think that's exactly what happened. I think that she is trying to protect Will. Yeah, because Will looks obviously pretty shaken up in that scene.
Yep.
I think Joyce is dead right there, and I think Vecna did it.
Dang. Oh my gosh, okay. That's gonna shake me up, not gonna lie.
That's gonna be nasty, and then you're gonna have to wait a month.
Dude, that's the thing, the Duffer Brothers. I was thinking the same thing. The Duffer Brothers are gonna do something stupid at the end of episode 4, and by stupid, I mean awesome and emotional, but
Yes,
they're
yes.
gonna make us just the longest month from November to Christmas, like, it's just gonna kill me,
Oh,
so
and there's gonna be an absolute new called Christmas Day too, I'm sure, you know?
lordy. Anyways, moving on.
Yes.
The biggest emotional moments that you hope to see delivered in
We
season
just talked
5.
about one.
Yes.
I think, honestly, I feel like that's the biggest they could do, other than maybe something with Hopper and 11.
Mhm.
Because, I think Hopper does think that 11 is like not his daughter, but it might as well be.
Right.
They could easily pull something together there, and I wouldn't be surprised if they did. But
I could see that.
yeah,
Maybe, like, dive a little bit more into that dynamic for them. I think that'd be really cool.
right.
When I think of, like, emotional moments, I really wanna see Mike, like, rise up. I think I don't know if you want to see Mike rise up because I know you don't like Mike, but, like, I feel like it would help you to like him more to see him, like, become because he's, like in season 4, he's known as the heart, that's what Will keeps saying. He's like, "You're the heart of the group," right? But I
Hmm.
think there needs to be a moment where Mike kinda, like, rises up to be a little bit more than that.
Oh
Like
yeah,
actually, like, fighting in some form of fashion, doing something a little bit more than just being behind the scenes. I think that'd be really cool.
yeah.
And then I shared a little bit about this the other night, but I wonder if, like, we see a dynamic between Steve and Dustin that is pretty emotional there with their characters being sent off. Maybe they get sent off, maybe they live. I have no idea, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. Um,
Yeah, and something I've been thinking about because you've talked about this a little bit. Have you seen that? Excuse me, cat's going crazy. Have you seen the show Lost?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
You remember how season 6 ended and it's like, oh, they're all dead?
They're all like in the wait, is that the final season?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And they're all like in the church
Yep.
or something?
Hmm.
Yes.
I don't think they'll do exactly that, but I wonder if we'll get like and this would be devastating, but what if they do like a what if at the end? Like, what if these characters lived? Like,
Mm.
I don't know. That's just been a thought that I've had because, like, if Steve and Dustin die, and then it's like I don't even know what you would call it, but they do yeah, I guess like a purgatory kind of deal, right? Where it's like, I don't know. I'm kind of just talking crap, but like, what
I
if
mean, it's an
they
interesting
show
topic.
you the good ending, but they didn't actually get that ending?
Yeah, I don't know. I like to know a little more about that, like, how would that work? But, I mean, it's definitely, like, an interesting conversation, like, if they did something like that, I think that would confuse the crap out of some people.
Well, yeah. I mean,
But,
Lost was
yeah, I looked up online what that really meant, and to be honest, I don't remember and I don't know.
that's fair.
But Lost was a really good show. I did enjoy that. Last question, should the finale of this make us cry? Should we be excited? Should we be cheering at the end of it? Should it be a little bit of both? Like, this is the send off. So, like, how should we exit season 5?
Yeah. You see that this is where it gets me. I want I don't want a story to be like sad for the sake of being sad, but I don't want it to be like yippee, power of friendship, we won.
Yeah.
You know? Like, they're telling a dark and heavy story. I want them to keep that tone. I think that those early seasons have the privilege of being light and, like, comedic with their tone, but after season 4, there is a pivot that they took when their characters matured, and they need to stick to that, and they need to keep it, like, I guess, grounded and not like, I mean, shoot, Elle says it in the trailer, like, this isn't one of your campaigns. It doesn't need to be, like, triumphant, I
Yeah.
guess. It needs to be, like, either, like, we lived, we, like, by the skin of our teeth kinda deal,
Right.
or I don't know.
I think this needs to be emotional.
I agree.
I think we need it. Fun fact, like we talked about the controversy that some reporters have put out there with Millie Bobby Brown and
Yes.
David Harper and kind of what happened between them, and most likely is absolutely nothing because
Yeah.
of nothing else developing from it. But at the season 5 premiere, they really did do a good job of like coming together to like shake hands, to hug, and to getting some photos together, kind of like shutting it down a little bit. I wonder if like the Duffer Brothers putting that part in the trailer where she's like, "Hey, this is not one of your campaigns," is to probably bring peace of mind to people who are like, "Oh, I hope they don't end this with it just being a D and
Yes.
D campaign." That might be why the Duffer Brothers put that in there.
I I hope it is because I think that's, like I think that might be the only way they could end the show, and I would just completely detest it.
Yes.
I just would not have it.
We need this to be organic and not just like it ends and hey, all
It
right,
was all a dream.
Will's like, all right, guys, I'm gonna ride my bike home now, and
Yes. Yeah.
season one
Don't
all over again.
gosh, don't do that. We've been saying this for years. Please,
Don't do
please don't do it.
it. Well, cool. Hey, season 5 is releasing tomorrow, tomorrow night at 8 p.m.
Oh, man.
My wife and I, we have made the decision, and fight me, anybody who's watching this and disagrees, but we have already made the decision. We're going to go get Five Guys burgers and fries, bring it home, and set up. We might decorate a little bit. We got the Christmas tree. It's already decorated and everything. The vibes are there. We're
Dude,
it's just going to be a great
yeah.
night.
I've already dude, I'm getting Taco Bell. I'm gonna sit down with my Baja Blast. Man,
What about your wife? Is she not going to watch it with you?
so we've been watching well, she might, but we've been watching through season 4, again.
Okay.
Dude, it's a little creepy for her. So,
No way. Okay.
yeah. I mean, to be fair, season 4 is, like, pretty gnarly, but
Yeah.
and also, I don't know if she wants to commit to watching 4.5 hours of Stranger Things in a row.
Are you watching all of it that night?
Yeah.
I really
Yeah.
want to. My wife is like, I'm probably only going to be able to watch 2 episodes. And so then we're going to watch the other 2 on Thanksgiving Day. And I'm like, that sounds great. And part of me is like, as long as we finish before Friday morning, so Sam and I can review it.
Yes.
Like, I don't care. But the thing is, don't text me
I'm not saying crap,
on
dude. I
Thanksgiving. You can text me, but you don't, you know what not to text me. But
yeah.
I also
I
need to
can't
just,
believe this character died.
I'll be so sad. But I'm also going to need to like really stay off social media until I finish all
I don't
4
know.
episodes.
If I don't watch it Wednesday night, I'm deleting everything, like, just for a couple days.
Yeah. Dude, Twitter's the one that's gonna kill me. Or X, like that's
Yes,
gonna be the app that spoils it for me. So
absolutely.
man, this is gonna be crazy. Okay, cool. Well, hey, season 5 tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Very excited about it. Let's move on real quick to this other topic because this is really changing gears. This is a little bit heavier of a topic for fandom, I will say, for nerds like us, like the movies, the TV, even video game side of this corner of the world. That this is a little bit bigger news. There's a potential Warner Bros. Discovery buyout. I'm going to read this little blurb real quick, but Warner Bros. Discovery is reportedly exploring selling parts of its company, and its biggest piece on the table right now is its entire gaming division. That has been triggered by the interest from one of the largest tech and entertainment companies in the entire world because WB Warner Brothers controls some of its most valuable franchises in movies, TV, and gaming. If a sale happens, it could completely reshape who controls the biggest universes in nerd culture and what their future looks like. So the biggest buyer that we see right now is Saudi Arabia. They're probably the most aggressive buyer, I would say. They're pushing the hardest to acquire WB games, which includes major game studios and licenses. We're going to dive into what those look like. And then there are some other potential buyers as well, one being Apple, Amazon, Disney, and Comcast.
Hmm.
Netflix is also a potential buyer. They're not as heavily integrated into this as the others, but WB, they may sell the gaming separately from the movies and TV. They might keep it together and sell it as a whole. Who knows? We're kind of looking at these different things. But here's what I broke down real quick. Movies, TV, and games, just a few titles in each category. So for movies, if they sold that, this is what they would mean. Whoever buys it would get access to Batman, Superman, Joker, Dune, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings.
Man.
Just those things alone. And when we say Batman, Joker, Superman, we really mean like all of the DC, like
Yes. Yeah.
DC superheroes, anything under that umbrella, gone. I'm pretty sure it's clean cut. It's not like Sony owns Spider-Man and Marvel just got the rights to X-Men and you know, Hulk is kind of like in this mid-tier, like who should he be on? It's not like that. This is like they would get everything. For TV, this means they would get The Last of Us, Peacemaker, House of the Dragon, Game of Thrones, you know, the future Harry Potter TV series, just to name a few, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot on the table right there. For the game side, Mortal Kombat, Hogwarts Legacy, the Arkham series, Lego games, all that stuff. So there are things on the table that we as nerds love, right? As us as consumers, there is a lot of things that we indulge in here. How does all this kind of hit you hearing all this?
You know, there is a part of me like reading a headline and like, oh crap, like all these IPs, man, they're gonna get like cooked.
Right.
And this is maybe kind of a
Go for it.
I think Warner Brothers has done a disservice to a lot of their IPs recently, and I think that they could use from better management, maybe.
Yep.
I don't know what that would look like, but I think they need to step it up. I'm gonna say it.
Let's kind of go movies, TV, and games separately. Out of all of these, who would you want to own movies?
Honestly, Amazon.
Amazon. Really?
Yes. Well,
Okay.
I say that. No, yeah, actually, screw it. Amazon.
Yeah. Okay. Amazon would be really cool. Why do you say that?
I mean, I just look at one, a lot of Amazon original movies recently have been pretty good, like just solid, decent movies. I guess, and this is kind of bleeding into the TV stuff, but their TV shows, man, are just kind of top tier. Most
They are
of
gorgeous looking,
Amazon's- yes.
good stories. I agree with you.
I mean, I'm looking at Fallout coming out soon, and the last season they did. Wow, that's like just an absolute banger of a show. If
Right.
Amazon, I don't think it's going to happen, but if Amazon were trying to do a full acquisition,
Oh my gosh. Hey, London, enough. Sorry, she's wearing a cone and she
the
can't
cone
scratch her
of
ear.
shame.
The cone of shame. Oh, that was probably very unpleasant for our listeners. Maybe I'll
Yeah, set a marker down for that one.
set a marker, see if I could go edit that.
But yeah, no. If Amazon were to do a full acquisition, I think that'd be best case scenario. Just because the way that they've managed all of their movies and shows have been excellent. Games, I've seen a little bit less of. I don't know if Amazon has their hand in games very much, aside from like owning Twitch. But listen, I think at the end of the day, Warner Brothers has some incredible IPs that they're kind of doing a disservice to right now that they could really put some work into. I mean, let's look at, if we're talking about games, which I know this isn't the chat for that, but look at Multiverses. That was supposed to be a huge fighting game, and Warner Brothers just kind of said, we're done with this.
They
It's like,
abandoned it. Yeah.
what was that about? So
There's that. You look at the Arkham series, which was a great series, but Rocksteady kind of dropped the ball with its most recent Suicide Squad game. And because of that, like it's kind of left a little bit of a pit for the games side of Warner Brothers, right?
100%.
Just in that corner of things. There was a job listing online on, I think it was ironically, I can't remember where it was posted actually, so I won't say, but there was a job posted online through Warner Brothers saying that they were hiring for their next big video game, but the position was for somebody who is good at online multiplayer. And so and they didn't say what game it was or anything. Obviously, they keep that very broad in the job descriptions. And I mean, I don't have the evidence with me, so if you're questioning, like, is he even telling truth? Go do your own research, but it's out there. But people are wondering, like, are they making the next Harry Potter game multiplayer? And people don't want that. They want it to stay single player. They want it to stay like, they don't want it to be some online service, games of service kind of game. And I think I agree with that. I like Harry Potter to stay single player for the most,
Hmm.
or Hogwarts Legacy, I should say, not Harry
Yes.
Potter,
Yeah.
but you know what I mean. Yeah, I think when I look at all of this for movies, I would really like to see probably, I would agree with you. I think you convinced me. I would say Amazon. I would like to see Amazon kind of have their say in this. I'm just going to go and say it. Disney does not need to own this. Keep it
That
away
would be
from
my
Disney.
last option.
Dude, they don't need to own DC and Marvel. No
Yeah.
shot. So that would be a no for me. Comcast, what? Like, why is Comcast in the bidding? So no, get them
Yeah.
out of here. I mean, the likelihood of Saudi Arabia getting this is most likely
I
what's
think
going to
that's what's going to
happen.
happen. Yeah.
I agree. Netflix, I think if they got this, this would be their biggest undertaking. Think with some like upping on their quality and whatnot and the shows and movies they put out there. I think they could probably do a good job with it, but
Hmm.
I still don't think, I think I'm with you. Amazon would be great. When I look
Yes.
at TV, I'm thinking Apple would be cool because I love
Yeah.
Apple TV shows. I think they're all gorgeous looking and they do such a good job with originals. But then I think that's what Apple's good with. Like, I don't know that they would need something like Batman. Like that would be kind of
Right.
weird. So honestly, I might default back to Amazon. Like
I'm saying
Amazon does good content for all this stuff.
it does. And well, sorry, never mind. Go ahead.
No, you're good. Go for it.
Something that I am worried about in any
Okay.
case with an acquisition, and something that I heard about that could have very well been a rumor, was if Warner Brothers gets bought out, that there is a potential that James Gunn gets replaced in the DCU.
Yeah. Let's talk about that.
And
I
that
heard that.
would blow chunks, dude. That would be the just absolute worst.
The rumor is, yes, that, but sorry, I think I'm having an audio problem. Well, obviously I am because I'm messing with the mic. But that is, yes, a rumor I heard as well, but that they would also bring back Zack Snyder to complete the
Yes.
Justice League.
I saw, yep.
Justice League 2 and 3. I'm
Please.
not upset about that because Ben Affleck is probably my second favorite Batman. Like,
Yeah,
I
he's
love his Batman. He is
excellent.
a brute. Like, he's a menace and he's awesome. But do we want that? Or do you think they keep James Gunn and we just get multiple projects? Like, here's the thing. Whoever gets this, they are going to output Batman and Superman content like it's nothing because they need to make their money back.
Well, that worries me too because I don't want them to force content just to make money. And I think that the pacing, at least so far, that James Gunn is talking about having looks good. It's like we have enough time to make our projects. We're not overworking ourselves and it's going to be good quality. If they get acquired, well, shoot. Now they're going to have probably harsher deadlines, probably going to have staff changes. They're going to have who knows what else, probably budget cuts in some areas. So I think there's a whole slew of problems that comes with them being acquired.
Yep. That's going to be an interesting conversation when we get a little bit closer to that.
And especially because we're just starting this James Gunn DCU.
Yep.
It's like, it's so early that I don't think that there's a lot of risk in them just saying, okay, let's drop this and try something else if they don't like it.
Meaning like you could see them doing it.
I could. Yeah.
I could see them doing it too. And I hate
I don't want to because I love James Gunn's style.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if, some of these buyers are looking at, like, James Gunn put out Creature Commandos. Like, who are the Creature Commando? I mean, it did good. The show's excellent, but then we're getting, a Clayface movie. And then, I don't know, like just some other, he brings characters that aren't as popular out into the light, which he did with Guardians of the Galaxy. And it turned out amazing.
Phenomenal. Yes.
So I wonder if like people just kind of want to see that come to an end. They're like, why don't we just focus on Batman, the Flash, like just Zack Snyder, like what he was doing, like give us the Justice League. Like I could see them going in that way.
I could see it too. And honestly, I don't want it. I like the kind of off characters. They're cool.
I agree with you. I think they do a good job. I will say part of me hopes that this buyout happens because I would love to see more Zack Snyder Justice League.
Yeah, I don't have beef with Zack Snyder. I do have beef with the DCU as a whole while he was directing some of the stuff for it.
Yep. Well, and I don't think a lot of it was his fault. I think like they just brought in other directors and they just treated their characters pretty horribly.
100%.
Well, there's a lot for us to unpack still with this, but I mean, we kind of want to leave it to you guys, like the audience, our viewers. Like, what are your guys' thoughts on this? I would love to know. Do you see this as a good thing, this buyout? Is this something you would want to see? Is it something you would hope is more of a rumor and just doesn't come to fruition? It probably most likely is. There's a lot of validity to this. What projects would you like to see get revamped, or what do you hope they don't touch? Do you want them to leave Hogwarts Legacy? Do you want them to kind of revamp it? Do you want the DCU to go away and get Zack Snyder back, or kind of leave everything where it's at? Like, so there's plenty of conversation. And Sam, I doubt this is the only time we're going to talk about this. Most likely, they're going to be talking about this over the next few weeks, I would assume, keeping you guys updated on what all we come to find out as time goes on. But real quick, Sam, I just want to know, Radar, do you have anything? Like, have you seen any movies lately? Is there anything you are excited about, looking forward to? Talk to me.
You know, actually, some stuff I've seen recently that I didn't get a chance to talk about that was cool. There was a movie called the Chainsaw Man movie that came out that was pretty sweet.
Yeah, okay. That was
phenomenal. That was so sick. I saw it in IMAX and it was incredible.
I heard it was excellent.
It's actually surprisingly awesome. So that was really good. And something I'm watching now is Pluribus, and I'm excited to see where they take that.
Yeah.
Just because I trust Vince Gilligan. He's kind of a mastermind with these kind of shows. And then, this is something we've talked about a whole lot because we're excited, is Fallout Season 2. That's like,
Yes.
I think aside from Stranger Things, Fallout Season 2 is like my, bread and butter.
Yep.
I love Fallout. I love what they did with Season 1. Let's see it again.
I'm with you. Season 2 is my most anticipated show of the year. I'm not counting. I mean, Stranger Things season 5.
Stranger Things doesn't count.
It doesn't count
It's
because
not
it's just
fair.
obvious. Yeah. So it's like when we look at the rest, it's like Fallout
Yes.
Season 2. Like, I'm going to treat that just like Stranger Things. Like, I'm going to be watching it every week at episode releases. It's going to be great. Real quick, have you seen a movie called, and I'm asking this because of Pluribus. I still haven't watched it. My wife and I are thinking about it. Have you ever seen a movie called The Truman Show?
I have. Yes.
Is there any?
Maybe you should watch the show.
Because I didn't like The Truman Show.
I think you should watch the show.
Okay. Very cool. I'll watch it. We just watched the trailers the other night and I was like,
it's weird. It's weird. That's
okay.
all I can say. I think you need to watch what's out so far before you properly say whether or not you want to watch it.
Okay. Real quick, for me on Radar, my wife and I the other morning, we are morning movie people now. We went to AMC and we saw Wicked for Good, the new Wicked movie that just came out. I gotta say, I liked it. I thought it was a good movie.
Nice.
I've never
Did you see the first one?
Saw the first one, Wicked.
Nice.
That was I like that one as well. But Wicked for Good was a little bit more my speed because I grew up watching the original Wizard of Oz movie, and I won't spoil anything. And it's not spoiler because this is in the trailers, but there are just nods to that movie in this, and I really did appreciate that a lot. I thought it was good, so definitely worth checking out. I will say if anyone in our audience, I guess, enjoys that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, awesome. Hey, thanks for joining us, guys. Just remember, we now have everything uploaded Stranger Things. We have all of our D&D campaigns. We have all of our season reviews. Like, there's not one thing that we have not done Stranger Things that is also not uploaded already. Don't know if I said that right. Everything we've done Stranger Things related, it's online and it's ready for you to go watch. So please go enjoy, like our videos. If you do like them, subscribe as well and hit the alert button. That way you know when we upload our next content. But enjoy Stranger Things tomorrow night. I know we are very excited for that. Last, just remember you can find us on all of our socials on YouTube, X, Blue Sky, Instagram, and TikTok, all at the handle of Post Credit Chat. Thank you guys for joining us and have a great night.